Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir. Can you roll the window down and talk to me?
No. There's enough here. I can hear you fine.
Okay. Listen, the reason I stopped you today, I'm Officer Kaminsky with the Sheridan Police Department. I don't know if I introduced myself. The reason I stopped you today is it looked like when you were driving down Colorado there, you may have been turning off the lights or have a broken wire, but the headlights were going on and off there.
That's true.
Okay.
I saw my lights flashing that said I had my brakes on. I flicked it, and apparently when I did that, my lights turned off and I turned them back on.
Okay. So it's a matter of a switch issue there.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you coming from today, sir?
I'm traveling on a public highway for personal and non-commercial purposes.
Okay. Never heard it put that way, but yeah, I probably agree with most everybody in Sheridan doing the same thing. Any particular spot? I see you got out-of-state plates. Are you just passing through Sheridan or coming to move here from Illinois? I'm originally from Indiana myself, so.
That's my personal business.
Okay. You got a driver's license on you, sir?
I am not using my driver's license because I am not traveling for commercial purposes.
Okay, but you're operating a motor vehicle.
No, it's not a motor vehicle. It's my private conveyance. I am not operating. It's not a motor vehicle. I am not for commercial purposes at all.
Okay, but when you're driving on a public street...
I am not driving.
You're required to have a driver's
I
license.
am not driving.
Okay, sir,
I am traveling.
Do you have a driver's license out of any state in the United States? Are you licensed? Are you a licensed driver?
Yes, I am, but I'm not using it.
Okay. Can I get your name and date of birth so that I can find the driver's license in our system if you're refusing to hand me the physical copy of it?
My name is Jim Graff.
Okay, you're going to have to spell that for me.
Graff.
Okay, hang on one second. Is it Jim or James? Is your legal name as it appears on your driver's
I don't have a legal name. My name is Jim. Okay. I have never been informed by an attorney that I have a legal name.
Okay. What's the name as it appears on your driver's license?
Jim or James, I don't know.
Okay.
But my name is Jim.
Okay.
And my driver's license I am not using.
Okay. I'll address that here in a minute. If you want, I can tell you the state statute for driver's license required, okay? To operate a motor vehicle on the city street.
I am not operating a motor vehicle. My car is not a motor vehicle. I am not operating.
Okay. Jim, can you spell your last name for me, please?
Graff.
Okay. What's your date of birth, sir?
July 8th, 1947.
Okay. And what state have you ever held a driver's license out of?
That is irrelevant to this conversation.
Okay, it's really not.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Am I under arrest?
No, but you're being detained now on the traffic stop.
What is your reasonable suspicion of a crime?
Headlights required, sir. Just like I explained to you when
I have headlights.
Okay, but I watched the headlights go on and off. So
there's no law that says I can't flick them a little bit.
Nope, you're not allowed to do that. Headlights are required to be on from a half hour past sunset.
They are on.
Okay, they're on now, but they weren't on back on Colorado, like I told you. Okay.
If they were off temporarily.
Okay.
It was momentarily.
Okie dokie. Do me a favor, hang tight here, okay? I'm going to go see if I can find a driver's license for you, alright? Unless you want to just hand me the physical copy and make it a lot easier.
I am not using my driver's license.
Okay. Hang tight here, alright? you, do you
Yes.
have insurance on the vehicle?
Why are you asking?
Registration.
Why are you asking?
Because you're required to have insurance when you're driving.
Only if I'm required to be registered am I required to have insurance. I am not required to be registered.
Why are you not required to be registered to operate a vehicle on the city streets?
Because I am not operating commercially.
Okay.
I am not operating under motor vehicle rules because my car is not being used for commercial purposes.
Okay, it doesn't have to be used for commercial purposes to be registered.
That's not true.
No, that is true. I don't know how it is in Illinois, where the car's
It's pretty much the same all over the country.
Okay. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not, and it's required to be registered.
Are you an attorney?
Or have a bond on
Are
it.
you an attorney?
No, I'm not an attorney, sir.
Well, how do you know?
Because I've read the state statute.
Are you authorized to enforce motor vehicle laws?
Yes, sir. I am.
By what? Where does it say you are authorized to enforce motor vehicle? As I understand the laws of Wyoming, the only people authorized to enforce motor vehicle laws are the Highway Patrol. Are you a member of the Highway Patrol? Are you a member of the Highway Patrol?
No, I'm not. I'm from the Sheridan Police Department.
Right. And where does... Well, I just...
laws that only Highway Patrol can enforce. But like you told me, this isn't a commercial, and apparently to you not a personal use vehicle. But I'm here to...
It is personal use.
Okay.
I never said other than personal, non-commercial.
Okay. Personal, non-commercial. Well, I'd say you'd be correct, unless you have a DOT sticker, an MCC number, or anything like that, which I don't see on this vehicle. Okay. So, do you have insurance on the vehicle?
If I answer that question, can you charge me with a crime?
No, I'm asking if you have insurance.
If I answer that question, can you charge me with a crime?
I can charge you with a crime if you don't have insurance on the vehicle.
Then if I say yes or no,
then I'm gonna
you can charge me with a crime.
No, I'm going to ask for...
I decline to answer that.
Else.
I decline to answer that question because you have informed me I can be charged with a crime if I answer it.
Well, I can charge you with a crime if you don't answer it, either way.
How can you charge me with a crime if I don't answer it?
James Grant. Okay, because you're required to have insurance for a certain bond amount as specified in state statute. And I'd have to look up what the bond amount is.
Only if.
It's in the ballpark of like $500,000. So, or you can just carry a copy of an insurance card that shows that you have insurance on the vehicle, and that takes care of it. So I'm guessing that you don't have insurance on this vehicle. Is that correct, sir?
I'm not answering that question because if I answer that question, you would possibly charge me with a crime. So I'm standing on my right to remain silent.
Okay, that's fine. But I do have to let you know that if I can't prove that you have insurance, or you can't prove to me that you have insurance...
So you're asking me to prove that I did not commit a crime?
No, I'm asking you to provide...
Are you asking me to prove I did not commit a crime?
Sir, I don't...
Are you asking me to prove I did not commit a crime?
No, I'm asking you for proof of insurance, just like every other driver that I stop for a driver.
I am not a driver.
What are you, sir? Just out of curiosity.
I am traveling. For private, non-commercial purposes, I am not driving.
And you're driving a motor vehicle?
No, it's not a motor vehicle.
Okay, what is this then?
It's my private...
Horse-drawn carriage.
It's my private conveyance, a horse-drawn carriage. I am not operating commerce. I am not subject to motor vehicle laws.
Okay. Well, just out of curiosity, if you're not subject to any of the the non-commercial, non-passenger, non-vehicle, whatever you want to call it, laws, why even bother turning the headlights on? Why bother using a turn signal when you turned into this parking lot? If you're not subject to any of those laws, because those are some of the laws that you have to abide by when operating a vehicle.
Well, because I did it doesn't mean I was abiding by a law. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Okay. Don't you think that it seems like a good idea to maybe give me your driver's license and show me proof of insurance?
If I was using it, yes, but I'm not using it.
Okay, I really don't even know how to answer that question, to be honest, sir, or that statement.
It's not a question. I answered your question.
Anytime you drive a vehicle, you're more or less using it. I mean,
I'm not driving.
Card.
I'm not driving, and it's not a vehicle.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, do me a favor, hang tight here, okay? See if I can find a driver's license for you. You won't tell me where it's out of, so it might take me a few minutes. Okay? Unless you want to just let me know if it's out of Illinois or Montana or Wyoming or whatever.
My driver's license is irrelevant because I'm not using it.
Okay. Alright. Hey, can I just ask you, just out of curiosity, any particular reason why you don't want to give me your driver's license?
I'm reserving my rights.
To what, though?
My legal rights, I am reserving my legal right to remain silent.
Okay. Well, you don't have to talk to me, you just hand it to me.
That would be a violation of my right to remain silent.
Okay, which right are you referring to?
The right to remain silent.
Okay, do you know what right that is, what amendment?
There's no amendment. It's a right to remain silent.
Okay.
I am...
Do you know what case law entitles you to that particular right to remain silent?
That's your job to know.
Okay, well, you seem to be pretty knowledgeable about the law. I'm just asking.
Yes, I am. Are you?
Well, I'm no genius. I will tell you that. But
It is your duty to know the law.
Well, I do know the law.
You have a duty.
I do have a duty. That's why I'm asking you for a driver's license.
What crime have you articulable reasonable suspicion of for stopping me?
Headlights required after dark.
But I had headlights on.
Okay. And
I temporarily, perhaps...
also expired on the vehicle.
Huh?
Were you aware that the registration was expired?
That's between me and Illinois. That's not Wyoming.
Okay, but it's kind of all 50 states. Registration expired or non-expired?
Only if registration is required, and that is for Illinois to determine.
Okay, registration, valid current registration on a vehicle is required in the state of Wyoming to be operated on public streets.
If it is required in Illinois.
Okay.
Who are you to determine whether it is required in Illinois?
I'll be right back with you. Hey, Jim.
Yes.
Do me a favor, shut your vehicle off real quick and step out.
Am I under arrest?
Nope, I want to talk to you real quick out of the vehicle, though.
You can talk to me in here. If I'm not under arrest, I will stay here.
Jim, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. You need to shut your vehicle off.
Will you punish me if I don't?
No, I will take you out of the vehicle if you don't. I'm only going to ask you one more
I will shut it off.
Okay.
You will take me out under what authority?
Because I'm asking you to step out. No, come on.
Why?
Jim, I'm not going to ask you again.
Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? Thank you. Ouch! You're hurting me! You're hurting me! I will cooperate if you're using force. If you're using force, I will...
Get him up, get him up.
I will cooperate. Stand up! Stand up! I will if you will let me.
Okay,
Am I under arrest?
Yeah, stand up.
Am I under...
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
For interference right now. Stop moving.
Interference for what?
Stop moving right now.
Don't hurt me. You're hurting me. You're twisting my... I am under arrest for what?
For interference right now.
What interference?
Because I asked you to step out. You refused to comply.
I have no duty. You said you would not punish me if I did not step out.
No, I said I would remove you if you did not step out.
You did not say you would punish me.
Give me the custody tag for you.
I have to say it this time now.
You got it back? Okay.
I will give you credit for that.
Okay. Didn't do anything.
I am under arrest for what?
For interference. Let's go.
What interference?
Here, I want you to stand right in front of the patrol car there. Tell you to make sure it's safety. Okay. If you have anything on you, it's a cut, phone, stick, or otherwise service.